I don't have anything clever to say here. All right, so I think I've done Donington once. Maybe it was for a Camel GT in my first season of iRacing, and I didn't really remember it all. This is not a track I've done a ton of, so it took a while to get this 112.871 that we got. I'm happy with that time. My optimal was around that for the longest time, and I just kept on goofing up on turn 1 and the chicane in there. Both I think are going to be the hard parts in the track. But anyway, here's the lap, and we'll show you how it's done afterwards. And yeah.
That was 112.87.
Yeah. Finally. All right, Donington Park National Circuit, 112.871. How did we do it? Let's go. As always, we want a good run up the start finish. Out of that last chicane, it's kind of hard. At some point, we're gonna want to get over on the left-hand side here, so we just kind of go over. And this first corner was the bane of my existence. So, but you can't cross over anytime before the pit lane ends. That makes sense. So we're gonna try and get over right afterwards, and that's kind of our breaking point too, right? We're gonna break maybe a little bit before that, but getting the car slowed down here is pretty important. There's also, you gotta watch out, because I had plenty of times where I clipped this little bit of grass here, and that'll spin you out real good. So don't do that, but you need to get close to it too. So yeah, it's nice and fun. Next up, this whole corner here, you kind of got to turn in late. You kind of see how the dark part of the pavement is where everybody's driven. You need to follow that. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna trail brake quite a bit. The other thing here is you can see there's this lip here on this curb. You don't want to drop a wheel on the inside of that, because it'll toss the car way wide if you do. So we're gonna trail brake out, and then as we're kind of around that same area, that's when we're gonna start accelerating. Yeah, but like I said, you do not go anywhere on the inside of that, because bad things will happen. But yeah, then you just accelerate out. You can use a little bit of this here, but again, don't go too far over, because we'll end up on the grass, and that catches the car out real weird. After that, we're gonna hold on to the side here and just kind of keep it close to the right hand side through most of this, and then we're gonna kind of pull over onto the left here and hold tight on this corner here, and it kind of grips up and catches a little bit. If you got to kind of hold the wheel right, and then we're going to kind of try and follow this patch of lighter colored pavement here, and that's the end of this part is kind of where our braking marker is going to be for our next braking point there. See, and we're 80% ish. We're going to get on over to this curb here, and we're going to trail brake on out using a bit of this curb, and you can kind of go over a little bit onto this gravel here, but not too much. It'll catch you out. It's recoverable, but you're gonna lose a bunch of time. But yeah, then just accelerate on out. We can clip this a bit here, and then we're just gonna kind of follow wide, come back to the inside, and this one's a little, it's very weird. Kind of use this curve here. Our braking point is kind of here-ish. There's not a real good reference point other than doing it a bunch of times and kind of figuring out where it's going to be. I guess we're kind of starting to hit the brakes here just a smidge, but yeah, 100%, and then just kind of fall off. We're going to accelerate on out using that curb that we were just on here. And yeah, just kind of follow the curb, accelerate, use your throttle a bit. And then this part here is pretty, you can drive on that. Like, my brain tells me not to be too throttle happy here, but you can use it quite a bit. Oops, not chopper, we want cockpit. Maybe let's start with, let's see. Yeah. You could go over more than I did there on that lap. Next braking point's going to be kind of right before you crest the hill, and it's not a huge braking point. But we're also going to kind of turn in because there's a blind corner up here. Let's go back to that chopper. Oh no, that's not far enough out. Well, anyway, yeah, there's a blind corner here, and you kind of want to get set up for it before you make the corner. So yeah, we're gonna hit the brakes, and then we're gonna turn in for it before we can even really see it. So you kind of have to get some practice in kind of knowing where it is. Trail brake off, and then power, lots of power through here, and we're just gonna kind of try and hold it as tight as we can, using, if we need to modulate the throttle, we will. Didn't hear being fast, you're not gonna want to. But yeah, just power through on this straightaway. Then we're just going straight. Our next braking point is going to be a little after this hill here. And this chicane was another area that was kind of the bane of my existence. But yeah, we're going to hit the brakes kind of right after that. Pretty heavy braking, trailing through. Wanted to get off the brakes before we hit that curb. And I wanted to get on the throttle before we hit the curb, just to get the weight towards the back of the car, so it's not affecting, the curb's not quite affecting us as much. But we'll go through the outside view here. Really don't want to take this. It seems like it's a bigger curb, but also it can throw you wide. Like, it'd be nice to be able to kind of cut diagonally and take both of them, but it doesn't seem to like it that much when you do. So yeah, power, and just kind of try and stay on the inside, right along on that curb there, all the way through to this corner here as we kind of go out. Here's what that looks like from the cockpit. I am off my switching cameras game. So yeah, yeah, you're gonna jump that curb a little bit, and we're just gonna stay right on the inside, pretty quick with the steering, and full power out, and there you go. And we just power out and start going over to the left hand side for the next lap. And there you have it, a 12.871 here at Donington Park Racing Circuit National layout. So yeah, there you have it, 112.871. Wow, this is going to be a tough one for me. This is going to be kind of, to me, I think a little bit like Watkins was, where it's a little harder for me to keep the speeds close to the competitive times. I think 12.871 is gonna be on the slower side of that. I think 12, like mid 12s to low 12s to high 11s are gonna be where the fast folks are at. So yeah, it's gonna be rough. And then I don't think there's very many good passing opportunities here, so better get the qualifying times going. Yeah. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, hit the subscribe button. It helps out a ton. Thumbs up if you liked the video. Thumbs down if you didn't. Head on over to twitch.tv/thepiltdownman if you want to watch the races live. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye bye.